What? What's going on, Blue Tubers? Gotta show up the rest of my fries.com pickups since, when you're in the East Coast, there's no such thing as that. But I do appreciate the online and that $4.99 deal and the free shipping. Kick ass. So, last time I showed you was only one pickup in a big ass box, but this time the big ass box filled up with many Blu-rays, so I'm excited for that. So let's get it started. Don't make fun. We all have our cheese, and this is the Kraft. Sorry for the glare. It's kind of sunny out right now. I'm in my early 30s, so definitely I was a teenager during the 90s. So it's definitely part of many of those type of fads, and yes, the Kraft was one of them. I've seen this a few times. I still find it entertaining, and I had a pretty big crush on Nev Campbell at the time, and yeah. I'm pretty sure you're pretty much familiar with this. It's about who is this one here, and she moves into this town, and she really has some sort of witch powers, and the other three girls are into witchcraft, and they all kind of like combine, and then it gets into all this type of teenager mess. But yeah, the Kraft. Another cheese ball movie, cutting edge. Kind of cute, kind of sweet. Sometimes you need that in your collection. Whatever happened to DB Sweeney? Well, actually, whatever happened to her? She disappeared. If anyone knows what happened to her, please, anyone just give me a comment, tell me what's going on. But yeah, she's like this ice skater. He's like this ex-hockey player. They come up with this grand scheme of combining their styles together, and of course, it was a rom-com, so. You get the drift, right? Jeez, sorry for the glare, guys. Alright. Another goodie, classic from the 80s. Is probably the best Indiana Jones clone. And it is an Indiana Jones clone. And that's Romancing the Stone with Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner. I'm not a really big fan of Joel and I think it was rehashing stuff from the first one, and quite honestly, it's kind of outdated. This is a very fun action adventure, more of an adventure. Jean Wilder. Kathleen Turner plays Joan Wilder, this romantic novelist. Dreaming of have like this adventurous guy, and she has to go to Colombia to rescue her sister from these crazy people and all this crazy stuff. Also, Danny DeVito's in here. It's a really fun movie. If you watch it today, it's still has that magic. And like I said, as far as an Indiana Jones clone, this is probably the best one. I Want to Be Big. This is classic. Big. And this one I was excited for because this also has a theatrical and extended cut. The extended cut actually is pretty interesting because for so many years we all seen a theatrical cut, and the extended cut's about another. Damn, and these things I never really tell you. I had a rip of the DVD, and it was about an extra 15 minutes, and it adds more exposition, a little more story, and I love this film so much that I probably prefer the extended cut. So. Definitely glad to have this in my collection. Pretty much everyone's seen this, or at least seen the chopstick scene. Everyone knows that. So this is still when Tom Hanks is still doing comedies. So big. If it bleeds, you can kill it. That's Predator. Let me know, Blue Tubers. This is the remaster one. On Fries.com they had this version and they had the other one, and I heard this is the most updated remastered version. I think I could be wrong. I was holding off on this title for a while. I had the DVD version of this for years, so I wasn't sure if it was worth it. It was for $5, and it's probably one of the most intense action thrillers of all time. I've seen this. I've seen Predator 2. I saw Predators. Predators was alright, and Predator 2 is, for what it is, it's not bad. It's compared to like Alien vs Predator, I rather prefer Predator 2, but nothing beats the original. Excuse me, guys. John McTiernan again, probably one of the best action directors of the last 10, 20 years. I mean, when you think of Die Hard, you think of Predator. You know, he really knows how to direct action, and Arnold was kick-ass. And there's a lot of men in fucking big diesel-looking dudes. You got Jesse the Body Ventura, Carl Weathers, on and on. Ooh, Miss Doubtfire. I need job. This is classic Robin Williams. I remember seeing this in the theaters back in '94. So yeah, I'm kind of aging myself. Well, actually '93. So there you go. I don't really have to explain this film. I think everyone and their grandmother on seen this movie, so it was part of the $4.99 thing. If it was more than that, I wouldn't have bought it. But like I said, it's always enjoyable to watch. Another one I had, the DVD, but I figured for $5 to upgrade, is Notorious, the extended cut. Like I said, I'm in my early 30s, so I definitely was an early teen when, you know, the whole height of the era of Biggie and Tupac and the East versus West Coast. And I was always infatuated. As I got older, I was always more infatuated, especially when it came to Biggie. I have pretty much all his albums, and basically I have got the book that this movie is based on, and I didn't finish reading it, but the book is much more in depth and more interesting, obviously, than the movie. I guess as a rap purist, I would say not to discredit Biggie Smalls. I think Tupac probably would have having his own movie. A lot of people say it's just, I mean, if you look at it just as a standalone movie, not fact, just as a movie fiction, it's pretty good. Not to say like it's just the true story of Christopher Wallace, no, because it's going to be taken from the perspective of Diddy. It's taken the perspective of like his manager, his crew, and that's fine. But I would say it really didn't. I guess for a film to put it down for 2 hours, there's only so much you can cover, especially like in the beginning parts and his rise, and then kind of like covering his rise and his downfall and the whole East versus West. I mean, I wish they would have focused more on that East versus West part, but then again, I mean, that could be a 3-hour movie, which I wouldn't mind watching. But then again, to sell this to the to an average moviegoer, you can't do that. So I've been hearing for years that Tupac movie's in the works. I believe it when I see it, but then again, who knows? Another 80s, but this is actually a very good movie with Cher as Moonstruck. It's a very witty, nicely written comedy. It's not for everybody, but if you watch it, I'm pretty sure you guarantee you'll like it. It's like I said, Cher's in here. Nicolas Cage when he was young, when he still had much better hairline. Like I said, it's a very well written comedy. It's not for everybody, but like I said, if you watch it once, you'll probably like it. So this is part of the $4.99, and I was happy. Honestly, I was happy to get this because I've been looking for this for a long time. I just wasn't going to pay more than $5 for it, and I'm glad that I did. And it's on Blu-ray, so. This is the one that started all. It probably was. I think it was JX Rico. What up, homie? That had a video, and he was talking about his fries pickups, and that's the impetus for me going to fries.com. He mentioned like they have a website, and I went on there, and they actually had the same deals because he said he bought this for $4.99, and I was just excited. Like they had like so many titles, and I think the sale's still going up, if I'm not mistaken. But I've seen this a few times. Definitely a good movie. You know the 80s with the whole teen comedies, and I mean, everyone knows the infamous scene with the boombox. So yeah, those are the 9 titles. And I mean, the best part about this was the free shipping, because shipping could be a pain in the ass, but y'all Blue Tubers know that. So that's it, and thanks for me rambling. Peace out, Leroy Green 85, and I'm out.